This is the Bulldog Sports TV pregame show, sponsored by Green Hills Insurance of Bethany. If you need it insured, they've got you covered. Now let's head out to the ball game.
All right, welcome into Bulldog Sports TV. CF Rainey and Andrew Sweat here in Maysville as we get ready for a Grand River Conference matchup between South Harrison and Maysville. Maysville's homecoming tonight as they're getting ready to announce their starters. And so welcome in here to the Green Hills pregame show. Our setup tonight doesn't allow us to have our camera on us like we normally do, but we have a great view, Andrew, of the field here between the two cemeteries, Maysville, and it's turned into a beautiful night as the suns went down. And so we get ready as the Maysville Wolverines are huddling up in between the band, getting ready to run through the banner and go. And so, Andrew, we talked on Sports Central last week, South Harrison coming off of three 42-point games in a row after that loss to Putnam County. And so come in here with some confidence, looking to keep things rolling here in the conference. Still have that one conference loss to Putnam, but hoping to stay unblemished after that. And so come down to the Wolverines, and we'll see what we get here from Maysville. I know South Harrison will want to get that running game going early.
Yeah, absolutely. And, crazy things can happen in the Cemetery Bowl here. So, South Harrison, they're going to have to start off strong. They've been able to do that the past couple weeks, but we have seen a few games earlier this season where maybe they started off a little slower than they'd like. Looks like they're pumped up, ready to go, and pretty good homecoming crowd here for the Maysville Wolverines. They haven't had the kind of season they wanted so far. A few big losses. I think they have one win against Milan. But, they got a chip on their shoulder. They're going to come out here, play tough. But the Bulldogs, definitely the favorites in this one tonight.
No, and the other thing, Andrew, is that we have a Maysville team that had a couple of injuries last week, pretty serious injuries. As far as one player I know was life-flighted, another taken by hospital down to the city. Thankfully, I did see some people from Maysville online on social media put that those players, well, maybe not completely okay, that nothing critical with those injuries, but I'm sure those two players not dressed out tonight. And so a team that maybe already a little shorthanded and that's been struggling to get wins now has to come in against South Harrison. And we go back to the preseason, Andrew. South Harrison was picked to finish first, and I think most people looked at South Harrison, Putnam, Marceline, Gallatin, Brookfield. Those teams were all kind of in that mix, and it was one of those maybe just draw a name out of the hat and see who was going to be that top team. As the music is shaking our camera up here.
We're right under that base.
We're on a little crow's nest over the PA speakers. So if the camera shakes, it is not an earthquake. It's just a little extra bass in the music. But South Harrison's done a great job, not just offensively with establishing the run. They threw the ball a little last week, but also defensively, only giving up one score in each of those last three games.
Yeah, the defense has really been on its game these past few weeks. Haven't really been in a tight game this season so far. Putnam County, it was a 28-14 final score. That was the closest one. But most of these, every victory South Harrison's had has been a lopsided one. So, looking forward to another one tonight, definitely. If you're South Harrison, Craig Coffey, Mason Galloway, I expect South Harrison to, in this first half, to just ground and pound, run the football, use that 1-2 punch. Because I have a feeling Maysville is going to have a tough time stopping. They don't have a lot of size on that defense. And that's really the only way you can beat South Harrison is if you can stop that run game, maybe make Cornett make some passes. But I expect some wear and tear on this Maysville defense tonight.
Yeah, and I think that'll be one of the interesting things, Andrew, if Maysville ends up walking everyone up within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage. South Harrison did show last week that they're willing to put the ball in the air.
Absolutely.
And Jet Cordet is starting to grow into that quarterback spot as the captains are getting ready to meet at midfield here. We'll go ahead and step away for a moment, come back after this commercial break, again here on the Green Hills Insurance pregame show.
Green Hills Insurance, LLC of Bethany is a locally owned and operated independent insurance agency providing coverage since 1996. They're licensed to operate in Missouri, Iowa, and Kansas, offering competitive rates with top carriers. They can insure a wide variety of risks, including home, farm, auto, boats, RVs, equipment, business owners, commercial buildings, bonds, and more. Located on the south side of the square in Bethany, stop by or give them a call at 660-425-7900. At Green Hills Insurance, if you need it insured, they've got you covered.
Hi, this is Rhonda from Little Clara's Garden. Bulldog fans, nothing says victory like the beauty of fresh flowers. Little Clara's Garden is your hometown flower shop, proudly supporting the South Harrison Bulldogs. From game day spirit bouquets, balloons, and gifts for every occasion, we've got the perfect gift to brighten your day. Stop by Little Clara's Garden, where every arrangement is made with love, just like our Bulldogs play with heart. Little Clara's Garden, growing community, one bouquet at a time.
Bethany Building Center is your locally owned source for quality building supplies, lumber, hardware, plumbing, and electrical needs. Whether you're starting new construction, tackling a remodel, or putting up a pole barn or shed, our team is here to help. We're proud to carry a full line of steel power equipment, including trimmers, chainsaws, and pressure washers, as well as trusted power tools from top brands like Milwaukee and DeWalt. Bethany Building Center, everything for the builder and the do-it-yourselfer.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat back here as we look at the captains, and it looks like Maysville won the toss, and they do want the ball.
Yeah. And
so the Wolverines will start with this. South Harrison will start on defense. We'll go ahead and look at the defensive starters here for defensive backs. Kel Taggart, Trevor Henry. So those are the starters for South Harrison defensively. And Andrew, this defense last week, right, started out with the turnover. Mason Galloway gets the interception, and then they forced the 3 and out on the next drive, and they were able to get the snap back and get the ball and have 2 short fields there.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better defensive play last week on homecoming for South Harrison. Obviously, just that one play right before halftime where Trenton was able to score a touchdown. But here we go. Beautiful night here at the Cemetery Bowl. Maysville, South Harrison. Bulldogs trying to keep their win streak alive as Jet Cornett is set to kick this one away. And looks like it's going to be picked up by a Maysville returner. He has a pretty good return there past the 35-yard line, and that's where they're going to get this drive started.
That was
Ryan Hogan, I believe, with the return.
Hogan on that. And so decent field position here for the Wolverines. Out to the 35. And again, the Wolverines have, where they've struggled, if you look at a couple of their games, is scoring, especially early. And so let's see if maybe they go to their bag of tricks here, as they'll split 3 receivers out.
Here we go on first down. Hand it off to the running back, and he's swallowed up by that Bulldog D-line. Basically everybody in on that tackle looks like he'll lose a couple.
Joel McCall, Nick Mars, as well as Craig Coffey in there. And so a loss on the play. And I apologize, if we don't get, I don't think we'll be able to keep our 1st and 10 marker going, and so we may take that off as our setup tonight, our computer's set up behind us, and so it'll be 2nd and 11.
And Maysville's quarterback is sophomore Memphis Cole. I remember calling Maysville game last year. He was quarterback as a freshman. Here's a little pitch for Maysville, and it's on the ground, but looks like the running back was able to pick it up. That's number 25, Ryan Hogan, the freshman, as a disaster avoided as the Wolverines are already
3rd and 15 for the Wolverines.
Starting deep in Bulldog territory as it is 3rd and forever.
Yeah, and that's one of those on the pitch there that you're just trying to, like, you want to work that end as far as on the pitch, but it kind of came out late, and thankfully Maysville able to get on it. Now 3rd and 16.
So Cole under the gun, and looks like it's timeout.
Yeah,
Maysville.
We'll get a timeout. We'll take one as well. Be back for more after this commercial break.
That smoking is prohibited here at the school, including any school property or events.
There I am. Let's get the right ad. There we
Make every room your favorite room with O'Neill's Home Furnishings in Bethany. From lazy boy recliners and stylish sectionals to bedroom sets and dining tables built to last, we bring comfort and style together. Plus, enjoy free delivery, setup, and takeaway within 60 miles. Financing is available, subject to credit approval. Visit o'neillshomefurnishings.com or call 660-425-7200. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6. O'Neill's, where great style meets everyday living.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat back here is a big 3rd and long play. And again, I took the down and distance off. I apologize, but our setup here, kind of 2 guys in the camera tonight.
So 3rd down and 15. Memphis Cole going to toss it to Ryan Hogan, and another loss there as
Barclay out there.
Yeah, Gage Barclay with the tackle for a loss.
And he's out there at that outside linebacker spot. And so that's 4th and 20, just about 4th and 19.
Yep. So not a hot start for Maysville as they're going to look to punt this one away, and most likely South Harrison is going to have very good starting field position.
Yeah, Jet Cornett at their own 40.
Here's the punt by number 13, senior Mac White, and I don't think Cornett called a fair catch as they tackle him right away. And
that's one of those, again, you'd like to take
South Harrison has possession of the ball. Going to be spotted at the 41.
Take the fair catch if you could.
Yep.
If you're Cornett, because that ends up being dangerous, because if you cough that up, all of a sudden where you had the big stop, Andrew,
yeah, it could be a
momentum would have went Maysville's way. They would have had good field position. And let's see, we would assume, right, South Harrison comes out trying to establish the run here?
Yeah, I'd say so, as Coffey and Galloway are in the backfield. Jet Cornett hands it off to Craig Coffey, and he easily picks up a 1st down.
Run by number 41, Coffey.
As they move the chains, and they're already in Wolverine territory.
It's about 13 yards there, Andrew, on that one. So we welcome everyone in again. Bulldog Sports TV here.
1st down for the Bulldogs.
South Harrison, Maysville. South Harrison got the 3 and out, and now on their first possession, get a big gain there by Craig Coffey.
So here we go, 1st down and 10 for the Bulldogs. The 46, handed off to Mason Galloway. It's a nice solid pickup there as he's down on the 40. So that'll bring up 2nd and about 5.
Was brought down by number 4, Braden Watkins.
Yeah, and so
2nd down.
2 good gains. That's that little kind of crossbuck play. And it is interesting, Andrew, and we've talked about it. Even teams, and maybe South Harrison throwing it a little last week made the difference, but teams still will have a couple of safeties, you know, about 10 yards deep. Now they've walked everyone up. Everyone's within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage now.
2nd down and 5. They're showing blitz. He's going to hand it off to Craig Coffey, and he's going to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, needed 5 and got 6. So clock will stop at 8:20. South Harrison on their first drive here, Andrew, and they've moved the chains twice here so far early.
Yeah, definitely looking promising. If you can start off with a touchdown on your very first drive.
The ability to throw the ball, which they showed last week, is great, but if you can move the chains running the ball, I'm sure that's what Coach Chris Schoening would like to do.
Ideally. And they're walking everybody up again here on 1st down. As Galloway comes in motion, they're going to hand it off to Craig Coffey. And Coffey will be tripped up by number 13, Mac White there.
Yeah, Mac White just kind of got the back of his ankle, but still a gain of 5 on 1st down. So that is those are been the 2 shortest gains we've seen.
Yeah.
Appreciate Coach Corbett's family watching.
Yeah, 2nd down and 5. 7:25 remaining in the first quarter. Got 2 receivers here on the near side. As Cornett lines up from the gun, he'll take the snap, fix the handoff. He's going to throw it and over the head of Galloway there, incomplete. So it'll bring him a 3rd down and 5.
Looking for that quick slant there.
Yeah.
I don't know if Galloway had quite got his head around on it.
And now Cornett 3rd and 5 is lined up as a receiver.
They're going quick here.
They're going a wildcat formation as direct snap to Craig Coffey, and he's got some room up front and some blocking as he's going to be down around the 15-yard line as they pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, that's a gain of 14 there. And look, they're going quick again. South Harrison, I think, catching
same
Maysville
formation
by surprise.
This time it's Galloway. Direct snap. He's got blockers around the outside. Good blocking there by Jet Cornett, the quarterback. And Galloway's taken down around the 1-yard line.
Number 26, Mason Galloway.
And again, that's one of those, Andrew, you know, having played before, and they're going to go quick again. But when you come out quick, the defense can't get anything set.
Yeah, they're definitely not expecting this. Direct snap to Craig Coffey, and he plunges in. Touchdown, South Harrison.
Yeah,
the Bulldogs strike first here at the Cemetery Bowl.
Coffey able to get it in the end zone. And South Harrison able to make that work fairly quickly.
Yeah, just no answers from the Maysville defense as Jet Cornett is set to tack on the extra point. And as always, he puts it through. I don't know if he's missed one yet. He might have missed one this year, possibly.
I think he's missed one, but he's been pretty steady. And so South Harrison adds the one, and they take that 7-0 lead. We'll step away, be back after this message from one of our sponsors.
Harrison County Community Hospital, your trusted hometown healthcare provider. We're here for you with a 24-hour emergency department, inpatient and outpatient care, and a full range of health services. Our primary care clinics in Bethany and Eagleville are here to meet your everyday health needs. And we're growing with you. Soon we'll open our brand new state-of-the-art hospital built to serve our community with even greater care right here at home. Our mission is simple: exceptional care for every patient, every day. Learn more at hcchospital.org.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat here at Maysville. And we were talking about before, Andrew, and you've played here. I remember being down here in junior high and high school, and they do right on the front of the program. It says the Cemetery Bowl.
Yeah.
So anyone that hasn't been to Maysville, this field sits down in a bowl behind the school, right between 2 cemeteries on either side.
Yeah, a little uneven in the field. A little hump in the middle, but once you get playing, you don't really notice it. As Ryan Hogan is set to return this one, he kind of fumbles it there. A few Bulldog players slide. So he's taken down out at the 20-yard line, and Maysville is going to try this again.
Yeah, they don't quite get the benefit of the field position this time that they did last time out by the 35. Of course, they ended up losing. What was it? Ended up 4th and 20.
Yeah.
So they lost 10 on their last possession.
Yeah, I don't think they've had positive yards tonight.
No, and that's one of those, Andrew, too. Sometimes on a bobbled kick, sometimes it throws the coverage team off, but South Harrison is able to get by the blockers and get down there. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Wolverines.
Looks like the Wolverines going to have trips here on the near side. This quarterback Memphis Cole leads his offense out onto the field.
He's going to be under center here with 5 receivers, nobody back.
We'll see what they're going for. He's going to drop back to pass. He throws this one incomplete. So he was intended for number 25, Hogan.
Defending on the play was number 26, Mason Galloway.
Kind of an interesting scheme there. Like you said, he was under center, but they had 5 out wide.
Yeah, a lot of times when you see him split 5 out, you'll see the quarterback in shotgun. That time, that was a quick 3-step drop, and then they were trying to just hit the little out in the flat underneath. And sometimes, right, you just want to get your playmakers the ball in space and see if you can make something happen. But now 2nd and 10 here with 6:23 to go in the first.
Cole's going to stay under gun. He's going to hand this one off, but immediately hit, and that South Harrison D-line is having no problem getting there into the backfield.
Yeah, and honestly, Andrew, that's one of those, I don't know if he'll get credited with the tackle, but I'm pretty sure it was Ruger Johnson up the middle, knocked his man into the ball carrier. So it was actually the running back running into the back of one of his linemen as Ruger Johnson just thrust himself forward, and now it's 3rd and 15 here. So Maysville continuing to go the wrong way so far offensively.
Memphis Cole drops back to pass on 3rd and 15. He's just going to have to launch this one out of bounds as that South Harrison rush got to him. And just like that, it's 4th down and 15.
Yeah, and so I think that was Ethan Smith, who's for the season done a good job of being able to get pressure on the opposing quarterbacks. Both he and Nick Mars have done a good job from those defensive end spots, getting upfield, making it uncomfortable. And that pass just had to come out too quick. And now Jet Cornett standing with his heels on the 50. It was a good punt the first time by the Wolverines.
This time it's a high snap, but a one-handed grab by the punter, and he's going to kick a spiral. Yeah, that was a disaster avoided. Number 13, Mac White. I don't know if you saw that. He just swooped and grabbed it one-handed.
And White is a kid who's played for a couple years here, and he's athletic, also a basketball player. And he kind of had to make one of those plays, or that would have been at best for Maysville, it would have been a safety. At worst, setting South Harrison up inside the 5. So South Harrison, again, pretty good field position down their own 41.
Yeah, I think you can expect the same type of intensity. I don't think South Harrison's going to let up the tempo here as 2 receivers in the backfield. Got Brennan Hoover coming in motion. Cornett going to hand it off to Mason Galloway. So he picks up about 4.
Number 26, Mason Galloway, was brought down by
the shortest gain of the night so far for South Harrison, gain of 4, sets up 2nd and 6. And so if those are your short runs, Andrew, that works pretty well for your offense, because
definitely
3 of those will get you a first down every time.
So first quarter, just under 5 minutes remaining. Cornett under center. Maysville blitzing here. Not the best handoff, but he gets it off to Craig Coffey, and Coffey breaks free.
Run by number 39,
Beautiful run. Yeah, it didn't look like the smoothest execution of actually handing the ball off. But that actually might have
18, and South Harrison, after these big gains, are going fast.
Yeah, going high tempo again, and it's that same formation where Cray is taking that direct snap, and he's just going to run around defenders. It's maybe
number 49, Craig Coffey.
Can't quite see if he got the first down.
Close to another first down here.
And 13, Mac White.
They'll move the
give
chains.
it to him, yep. And, they're going to have to wait for the chains to get set so they can snap the ball.
And they'll just keep switching that Wildcat back here. It'll be Galloway. We'll get a stoppage here as the officials, I think, making sure everything's set. But this tempo is tough, especially this isn't something South Harrison's done. I know, number one, as a coach, I'm sure Chris Schoening is just wanting to get something on film. They're actually going to say he was maybe just short. So it'll be 2nd and a foot. Then when they go that Wildcat, I think maybe they'll come back to Cornett under center. Well, actually, it'll be 2nd and maybe a full yard now as they get the chains reset. They'll wind the clock here, coming up on 4 minutes, and South Harrison moving again, Andrew.
Now they're moving the ball with ease right now, and so far, Wolverine defense has had 0 answers as Cornett lines up under center. On second down and inches. He's going to fake the handoff. He's looking to pass here. Cornette's got a man, Cale Taggart, in the end zone, and he catches it. Touchdown, South Harrison.
Yeah, and that's – you go play action when you're able to run the ball in chunks like that. It makes it really difficult for a defense.
Yeah.
And I wasn't watching Taggart completely, but I'm sure that's one of those where if you're Taggart, we'll get the touchdown up on our scoreboard, and you're that wide open, you just want to make sure you watch that all the way into your hands.
Yeah. Beautiful pass by Cornette as he's going to knock that one through, and that makes your score 14-0, South Harrison on top.
Yeah, so South Harrison with the lead. We'll step away, be back after this commercial break.
At Pettyjohn Auto Center, we put customers first, making car buying easy and stress-free with honest pricing and no hidden fees. Choose from 9 trusted brands of new cars: Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, plus more than 250 quality pre-owned vehicles. Our service department is here to keep you on the road with confidence. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bethany, Albany, and Trenton, or browse our inventory anytime at pettyjohnauto.com.
For 125 years, Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri has proudly served as your locally owned community bank. From convenient online banking and our easy-to-use mobile app, we're here to meet all of your financial needs. With 10 locations across northern Missouri and southern Iowa, you'll always find trusted service close to home. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, locally owned, locally trusted, banking Bethany can count on. Learn more at onlinefarmersbank.com. Member FDIC.
All right, we're back after that score. Let's get our camera back around. We'll follow that kick.
Ryan Hogan, and looks like that Quentin is going to take that, number 6. As he gets down past the 25. Good coverage by the South Harrison defense.
Jagger Campbell.
Yeah, Jagger Campbell got in there. So we'll see what the Maysville offense has in store here on their 3rd drive. They haven't been able to get any positive yards so far as the South Harrison defense has just been wreaking havoc.
And it is one of those, right, South Harrison, even though only giving up 1 touchdown the last 3 games, they have had, it seems like just 1 small lapse, usually in the passing game. See if they can shore that up. Looks
like they had some confusion
they
there.
Player off late.
So Memphis Cole is going to do a little quarterback keeper here. Looks like it might have got a yard, but I don't think they're going to give any to him. Memphis Cole.
Looks like they're not moving the sticks, so no gain, and Gage Barclay was in on that hit. It's Maysville looking to get something going here on 2nd and 10, Andrew.
It looks like Cole's going to line up under center Ryan Hogan in the backfield. You got a couple wing backs. And Cole maybe looked like he was going to pass. He's going to decide to run it, do a little pitch out to Ryan Hogan, and that's going to be picked up. And Craig Coffey with the scoop and score. South Harrison extends their lead as chaos ensues here on that Maysville offense.
Yeah, and that's one of those, right, if you're the Maysville coaching staff, and I get it, you don't want another loss if you're the quarterback.
Yeah, you just got to go down there, at that point.
But the pitch, and I wasn't exactly sure. I thought it was a backwards pitch. I was waiting for the officials to signal something, and they followed Coffey all the way to the end zone.
Good awareness by Coffey. You know, a lot of the times it's safer to just jump on it and, you know, recover for your offense to get back out there. But Coffey was able to scoop it and score it, and Cornette with the high PAT, and it's 21-0.
2:43 left to go.
Yeah, so we'll step away, be back after this commercial break.
Craving authentic Mexican flavor? Come to El Nopal in Bethany, where every bite tastes like home. From sizzling fajitas and street-style tacos to refreshing margaritas, El Nopal brings the true taste of Mexico right to your table. And now we can bring the fiesta to you. Book the El Nepal food truck for birthdays, weddings, or any special event. Let us serve up tradition on wheels. El Nepal Authentic Mexican Food, made with love.
All right, so see if Rainey Andrew Sweat back here. South Harrison with the 21-0 lead, Andrew. And they've scored offensively, running the ball. They scored offensively, throwing the ball. Defensively, they just scored. So the only thing they haven't done yet is do something on special teams.
Yeah.
And if you're Maysville, you're just trying to figure out, if you're the coaching staff, what can they do offensively to get something going.
Cornett, the little drop kick here. Going to be picked up by number 6, Quentin Taylor. As old truck there, but be down around the 25. And Maysville on their 4th possession. See if they can have a little bit more success than they have the past 3.
And Taylor, a senior, he brought that one all the way across, trying to set up some blockers. 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. And again, I apologize, we don't have the ability to have our down and distance on our scoreboard just with our setup. The computer is setting behind Andrew and I, and so we will keep the score up there as Maysville looks like they're going to spread it out again here. Single tight end right and then 3 receivers.
Now we'll see if they don't pass it here. As Memphis Cole takes the snap, he's going to hand this one off up the middle. Nothing going. No gain as it'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
And so
Caleb Watkins on the carry.
Maysville's yet to get a positive gain.
Yeah, I think that speaks more to South Harrison.
Negative, right? Negative overall, but still looking for that first positive play.
Yeah, I think that speaks more to South Harrison's defense. You know, they're really getting after it. And as Maysville will line up in, they have a trips here on the near side. Memphis Cole drops back to pass, immediate rush. He just has to get rid of that. Looks like it almost could have been picked off by Cornett, but that'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, that time Jet Cornett was out there in coverage.
3rd down.
And he knocks it down. So 3rd and 10, clock stops, minute 51 to go. And I kind of wondered because it almost looked like Andrew, because that pass is what, about 8 yards downfield. I almost wondered because the line looked like they kind of set up for a screen.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And maybe that's something they could use against South Harrison, use their aggressiveness against them as they come out with twin receivers to either side.
So 3rd down and 10 from the 25. And trouble with the snap. He's just going to have to fall on it. No gain. It'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, and so clock running now under 2 minutes here in the first quarter, and South Harrison already with that 21-0 lead, and they should get, again, decent field position. Jet Cornett. I will say this, Mac White has punted well tonight.
He has, yeah.
For the Wolverines. He made that athletic play last time just to get the snap.
Yeah, we saw Trenton last week also have, you know, trouble snapping, specifically when they're punting. We'll see if they can't get this snap off clean.
We'll get a timeout. So I don't know. The play clock was run down. That's the 2nd timeout, correct, of Maysville here
they only have one
already in the first quarter. We'll take the timeout with them. Be back for more after this 30-second break.
Remember when filling up your car meant more than just pumping gas? At Bethany Fuel Depot, we're bringing that service back. We'll fill your tank, clean your windshield, and send you on your way with a smile, just like the good old days. Inside, you'll find a general store with vintage candy, nostalgic treats, and unique gifts. We're open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., with pumps available 24/7. Find us across from Petty John's, Bethany Fuel Depot, full service and full of charm.
All right, Andrew, so we'll come back. Mac White will be in punt formation. Jet Cornett back around the 38 of the Bulldogs. And again, White's done a good job putting it back, and Cornett so far hasn't got a return.
Yeah. Haven't seen a special teams touchdown this year yet in terms of like a return. Looks like it won't happen this time as another really good punt. It's going to be down, look at the 21 or 22. So this will be the deepest that South Harrison has had to start in Maysville territory tonight.
And so at this point, South Harrison's going to have to go just right around 80. I guess we'll see, maybe closer to the 21. Yeah, so spotted at the 21. So far, again, South Harrison, I think their shortest run so far, Andrew, from memory, is a 4-yard run by Mason Galloway. So they've really been able to move the ball on the ground. And this time, look, Maysville has a guy all the way back. Well, he's 20 yards off, afraid of that pass again.
Yeah, they showed that they could definitely pass the ball as they'll hand this one off to Mason Galloway. Good blocking up front. He'll storm forward for about 5 or 6.
Number 26, Galloway, was brought down by number
So another
10,
solid pickup for the Dogs.
Yeah,
picking
so
up 5, second down.
right about 5 for Galloway. And the only problem with getting that safety 20 yards off, Andrew, is you're basically taking a defender completely out of the run game here, as you're now going to have 2 guys covering probably Taggart out here on the outside.
Yep. So second down and 5. It'll be a handoff to Craig Coffey. Take about 3 guys to take him down. It will be enough for a first down. As he moves it past the 30.
So we'll see. I thought they were moving the chains.
Yeah, it looks like they will.
And so that probably, Andrew, will be the last play here of the first quarter. Just 15 seconds. South Harrison will see. They'll wind it if they just.
Looks like they'll let it run.
It looks like they're going to go ahead and walk off to the sideline and come back and flip into the field with this 21-0 lead as they will get ready to start the second quarter. We'll step away as well. Be back for the beginning of the second quarter after this commercial break.
Remember to stop by the concession stand.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank Mascot debit card. For each swipe of your Mascot debit card, BTC Bank donates 7.5 cents to the school represented on your card. It's a simple step you can take to have a big impact on your community at no cost to you. Stop by a branch today to get your Mascot debit card and start making a difference immediately. Visit btcbank.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and help solve problems. Take action with us. The Bethany Rotary Club strives to make a difference in our community. Our projects help improve life to those both close to home and around the world. Come serve with us. Find out more at Rotary.org.
All right, Andrew, so we'll start the second quarter. Let's see if we can update our scoreboard here. So start of the second quarter, South Harrison with this 21-0 lead and get the first down there on 2 plays. So they continue to move the ball well offensively on the ground as well as in the air when they've needed to. Now, Maysville go ahead and bring that safety up as South Harrison will split 2 out to the left side and go shotgun.
So first down and 10. Cornett will hand it off to Coffey, and Coffey's got some space past the 50, past the 40. Knocked out of bounds around the 35 there. That was another really solid pickup for Craig Coffey against this Maysville defense.
Trying to do the quick math there. About a 35, 36-yard run there by Coffey. And again, that comes down to scheme a little bit, Andrew, because South Harrison splits the receiver out. So that takes another defender out of the box. And Maysville has been sneaking up a linebacker near the line of scrimmage, but Coffey again has shown some lateral movement, able to do that and then hit the gas and get a big gain.
So first down and 10. So he hands it off to Galloway, the speedster Mason Galloway. It's a solid pickup there, about 7. Bring up a second down.
By number 10, Tate.
Tate on the stop, but Galloway gets 8 on first down. And
yeah, I think still they haven't had under 4 yards.
Yeah, it's just
carry.
Big chunks. And again, South Harrison, the one group we haven't talked about a lot tonight has been that offensive line. They've done a great job to open up holes.
So here we go. He's going to hand it off. Brendan Hoover puts his head down, and he'll pick up a nice first down.
By number 26, Galloway.
He's past the 20.
That's a gain there by Hoover of about 8. And another first down. The South Harrison now in the red zone, threatening, already up 21-0. And it's interesting, Andrew, right? Hoover had the big run over at Scotland County, ended up getting it tipped from behind as a hustle play. He had that ball well covered when he went through. He wasn't giving it up and made a nice run.
Yeah, I'm sure for the rest of his career he's going to make sure he doesn't lose that ball anymore. As the Bulldogs here on first down. Cornett rolls out and they'll throw it. His intended target looks like it is incomplete.
Yeah,
Cale
it fell
Taggart.
just a little short.
Hold on.
Number 6, Cale Taggart.
Intended for Taggart. So South Harrison has had 2 incomplete passes, but they haven't had any negative plays. Appreciate we've got some fans watching from Arnold, Missouri. Ruger's great-grandparents, 101 and 92 years old, Oscar and Adelaide, watching down there. We welcome them in.
Here's the run for South Harrison. Mason Galloway making it look easy as he gets the first down. And the Bulldogs are threatening once again.
Down to the 6, first and goal. And again, it's just been almost at will here, Andrew, for the South Harrison offense. And then you flip it defensively, too. There's just been nothing going for Maysville. And sometimes, and Andrew, you know it from your freshman year, sometimes those seasons are just rough. You get to this point in the season, and things just start snowballing.
So here we go, first down handoff. I think that was Brendan Hoover there on the carry. Couldn't quite see.
I think it's Galloway.
Yeah, it was Galloway.
26, Galloway.
But regardless, he'll be down about at the 1-yard line.
So that's a gain, right? It was at the 6 down to the 1, so a gain of 5. And again, South Harrison just getting these chunk plays, and we'll see if it's time for number 49 to get it here from that fullback spot.
Yeah, I think it may be. And it will be. Touchdown Bulldogs. Craig Coffey with yet another score, as that'll make your score 27-0 as the Bulldogs are lighting it up here on Maysville's homecoming night.
Yeah, South Harrison really, and you mentioned, right, a nice crowd here, but South Harrison's really kind of taken the wind out of this crowd with this early 27-0 lead.
Jet Cornett looking to keep his PAT streak alive as he puts it through. And South Harrison
missed left that time.
Oh, did he miss that one? I guess we jinxed him. Well, that'll make your score 27-0 with 8:48 remaining here in the first half of play.
United Country Nelson Real Estate is your trusted place to go when looking to buy or sell. Licensed in 3 states, our team of experienced agents is ready to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a home in town, wide open farmland, hunting and recreational property, or that perfect piece of land to call your own. With United Country Nelson Real Estate, you get the best of both worlds. Personal hometown service backed by nationwide exposure. Find us online at nelsonsoldit.com, and remember, no one knows the country like we do.
It's time to crush your fitness goals at The Body Shop. Open 24 hours a day, this is your place to push harder, run faster, and get stronger. Hit the indoor track, pump it up with free weights and weight machines, or torch calories on our treadmills and ellipticals. Whatever your workout, we've got the gear. You bring the drive. The Body Shop, Bethany's 24/7 fitness center. No excuses, just results. Start your fitness journey today for a better tomorrow.
All right, see if Rainey Andrew Sweat back here. South Harrison with the 27-0 lead and 8:48 to go. And if you're Maysville, you just like to see something positive here in this first half of play.
Yeah, literally. I still haven't had a positive yard on offense as Quentin Thomas and Hogan back to receive. There is a flag as Quentin Thomas takes it, and a pretty good return past the 40, past the 50. As the kicker, Jet Cornett, eventually had to knock him out of bounds. We'll see what the penalty
like
is,
it would be on the Wolverines, although it looks like they're pointing to the South Harrison sideline. But that flag was on the Maysville side. Illegal participation, I think. Yeah, they may have had 12 men on the field.
So it will be on Maysville, so that'll be.
Well, and he threw it right as it was kicked, and especially where it's from, you figured it wouldn't be like an offsides because it was down from one of the side judges down near the 25. And so they'll sort this out, and I don't know if South Harrison, probably with that kind of return, my assumption is what, you move it up and re-kick?
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
And it looks like that's what we're going to do here. Because you definitely don't want to go yards from where the ball went out because that gives Maysville great field position. And because there wasn't a spot for the foul, you can't really do it that way. So, right, it should move up. Right, it should.
Yeah, it looks like it's still.
Isn't he still kicking from the same spot? Or is he up on the – well, he's on the 40 now.
Okay, he moved up a little bit, yeah.
So 5-yard penalty, and we'll re-kick.
Excuse me, it's Quentin Taylor for Maysville. Back to return.
That was one of the bright spots for the Wolverines.
Will be Taylor again taking this one back. As he's a little quickster, he's makes a good move past the 40. Another flag, though.
Yeah, that flag came flying from about 15 yards away. So nice arm on that back judge there. And it'll be against the Wolverines. It's going to be a hold. And, boy, sometimes, right, you get something good happens, a nice return. And the problem, honestly, if you're the Wolverines, is that hold had nothing to do with the play because it was all the way in the middle of the field and everything was happening to the left side. So it's going to cost them some field position. And, again, if you're the Wolverines, you're just trying to find something you can talk about positively at halftime as they trail here 27-0.
Now, the way this game's going for Maysville, just can't afford mistakes like that. But we'll see what they can put together here as they have twins on both sides. First down and 10. Memphis Cole again has trouble with the snap, and South Harrison might have recovered that.
Yeah, it'll be, I think
the Bulldogs have it.
I think maybe Joel McCall.
Joel McCall, like it just stole it from the quarterback's hand who was trying to recover the bad snap.
That's great awareness by McCall because he's in at that defensive tackle spot, and I think he probably sees the ball on the ground. He's just able to beat the quarterback to it and then use his strength to wrestle it away there at the bottom of kind of just a two-man pile.
Yeah.
And big turnover for Maysville after they had the nice return, callback penalty, another nice return, another penalty, then the fumbled snap. So just nothing going the Wolverines' way here.
So really good field position starting on the Wolverines' 32. As Cornett going to take the snap. He's going to hand this one off to Brendan Hoover, who just puts his head down. Another flag here in the Maysville secondary after Hoover picks up the first down.
Maybe like a face mask or something because it came
like
in right on the tackle, and I didn't see it.
It was a holding on South Harrison.
So maybe out on a receiver out there. So this will be the first penalty against South Harrison, correct, Andrew?
Yep. Pretty clean game so far by the Bulldogs.
And it actually will still be a net gain if it's from the spot of the flag, because that's about 2 yards past, so we'll see him walk it off. So it should be what, first and 7. So
yeah,
even when South Harrison gets a penalty, it still kind of goes their way here, Andrew.
First down.
As it'll be first and 7. So a lot of times you're behind the sticks with a penalty. In South Harrison, you still got first down, and now it's only 7 you need.
So Cornett lines up in the gun with Coffee to his left. 2 receivers there on the far side. Cornett takes the snap, has that little quick pass to Mason Galloway, and he will pick up the first down and move the chains. Looks like they're past the 20-yard line into the red zone.
Yeah, and so
Brought down by number 6, Quentin Taylor.
one of those things, and I talked to Coach Chris Schoening in our interview that we did earlier in the week but aired today, is that'll be just right about on the 20, actually exactly on the 20, so right at the edge of the red zone. And he talked about the ability as they go game by game, Andrew, adding some things offensively throughout the season as you're building towards that district hall.
So first down and 10 from the 20. Handoff, Coffee.
Run up the middle by number 49.
Picks up a solid 6 or 7.
Yeah, and
Brought down
that's
by number 25, Hogan.
again, Coffee does such a good job. I mean, number one, he's
Caleb Meek.
so we'll call it a gain of 6, but great athlete, and he's long and athletic, and he does a good job once there's contact as he gets that lean forward, and he's able to pick up, Andrew, like 1.5 yards or 2 yards sometimes just with that lean after contact.
Yeah, he's a running back as a defender. You know, I've faced running backs like him who are bigger and, you know, taller and stronger. It's really one that you're not looking forward to facing each and every play, especially because he gets the ball about 70% of the time. As, again, Coffee storms up the middle, and he might be just short, be a couple yards shy of that goal line.
He's down right at the 1. So it'll be first and goal from the 1 as the clock at 6:07, and they'll start it here again. So we'll get under 6 minutes, and let's see if Coach Schoening wants to reward Coffee on this drive after that big gain, and see if they feed it to him again, and he can work it in from almost exactly on the 1 yard line.
It will be Coffee and Galloway in the backfield. But, yeah, I got a feeling Coffee, they're going to hand off to Galloway. And Galloway's in. South Harrison scores their 5th touchdown of the night. 4th offensive. Obviously, they had that scoop and score earlier. But South Harrison continues to light up the scoreboard.
Yeah, and the Wolverines just don't have any answer for this run game. And then South Harrison's been able to throw the ball a few times, a couple incompletions, but they've also first down and a touchdown on a big play to Taggart, and then the defensive fumble recovery, scoop and score for 6.
So Jet Cornett, I jinxed him the last time. This time he's going to put it through. So it'll be 34-0 with 5:34 remaining in the first half.
All right, so we will step away, be back for more after this commercial break.
Green Hills Insurance, LLC of Bethany is a locally owned and operated independent insurance agency providing coverage since 1996. They're licensed to operate in Missouri, Iowa, and Kansas, offering competitive rates with top carriers. They can insure a wide variety of risks, including home, farm, auto, boats, RVs, equipment, business owners, commercial buildings, bonds, and more. Located on the south side of the square in Bethany, stop by or give them a call at 660-425-7900. At Green Hills Insurance, if you need it insured, they've got you covered.
All right, Andrew, so we're back here. Let me update the scoreboard to get that extra point on for Jet Cornett. And you and I have both on our camera. I apologize. It's kind of a different setup tonight.
Yeah, just overall really solid performance. This South Harrison offense and defense hasn't missed a beat in the past, 4 weeks. As this ball is going to be picked up by Quentin Taylor. So he bobbled there a little bit, but look at that pursuit by the South Harrison defense.
Yeah, and that one, I would assume South Harrison, after Taylor's last returns, the two of them, that they told Cornett to kind of kick it away from him, and he angled that one away. Taylor was able to go get it, and he's a senior running back and defensive back. He's able to go get it, but he had to run a long ways, and that gave the coverage team time to get down there. And so tough field position all the way back to their 10-yard line. They'll have to go 90 if they want to score. 5:23 to go here in the first half of play, Andrew. South Harrison with that 34-0 lead.
So Memphis Cole lead Wolverine offense out on his own 10-yard line. A couple Seavers to the right. Again, a bad snap. Memphis Cole is obviously frustrated as they struggling to get that snap off there.
Well, and I think that time it was Ruger Johnson came up with it.
Oh, did South Harrison recovered?
I saw the referee pointing South Harrison's way.
Wow.
Here comes Tegan Alexander, who's the starting center.
Didn't even realize. I thought they hopped back on it, but South Harrison again.
Yeah, and that's just, that's right. You're down 34-0, and you've lost 2 snaps like that.
Yeah, in a row.
Third turnover on the night.
Yeah, now if you're the Bulldogs D-line, you're just going to really be watching out for that all night long now as Cornett lines up under center. And they'll do a little keeper. Jet Cornett's going to keep it and walk right into the end zone. South Harrison strikes again. And that's
one of those, Andrew, right? South Harrison saw, I think they'd watched the defense creeping up. They knew in that kind of field position, and they did. They had all their linebackers coming up in between the tackles, the A and B gap, and a great play call by South Harrison's Chris Schoening and that coaching staff, and then just able to waltz in there was Jet Cornett as he gets ready for the extra point.
Try to make this a 41-point game with still about 5 minutes left in the first half. And it will. So South Harrison continues their blowout here on Maysville's homecoming.
All right, we'll step away after that score. Be back after this here in Maysville.
Hi, this is Rhonda from Little Clara's Garden. Bulldog fans, nothing says victory like the beauty of fresh flowers. Little Clara's Garden is your hometown flower shop, proudly supporting the South Harrison Bulldogs. From game day spirit bouquets, balloons, and gifts for every occasion, we've got the perfect gift to brighten your day. Stop by Little Clara's Garden, where every arrangement is made with love, just like our Bulldogs play with heart. Little Clara's Garden, growing community, one bouquet at a time.
All right, Andrew, so it's been all South Harrison here as the public address announcer trying to get this homecoming crowd fired up here at Maysville, but tough to do when you're down 41-0 and there's still almost 5 minutes left here in the first half of play.
Yeah, it's a tough position. My freshman year, we were in a position kind of like Maysville is, pretty down year. And it's feels like you're winning a football game when you can just get a first down, as that's probably their goal tonight. As Quentin Taylor, he's been able to make some good returns tonight. So he'll be down past the 25.
Yeah, that's one of those. We've seen Taylor's athleticism on 3 returns tonight, and that's one of those, if you're Maysville.
Wonder if you can get him in the offense.
Yeah,
a little bit more.
try to find a way to get him involved some way. Of course, they've had trouble with the snaps, and they've just not had a lot of time when they've tried to throw it, or a whole lot of space when they've tried to run it. Again, that South Harrison defense done a great job, and I'm sure especially those guys inside, Ruger Johnson and Joel McCall, have both got a fumbled snap recovery. They're going to be looking in again to see what they can get going.
And you best believe Ruger Johnson is eyeing that football as he storms forward again, and I couldn't even really see what happened there, but
Yeah,
quarterback
it was,
Memphis
I
Cole.
think it was, Memphis Cole just trying to reverse out.
Run to the right side. Loss of 3.
Yeah,
The loss of a couple, second and 12.
Dogs D line has just been swarming Memphis Cole all night.
And the tough thing there, Andrew, right, if it's especially when it's those interior guys. So South Harrison doesn't have to bring anyone extra.
Yeah.
They're getting incredible penetration from Joel McCall and Ruger Johnson. Ruger Johnson one time just simply shoved his guy back into the running back. And that makes it hard for a quarterback or any kind of play to work, and they'll go trips right. They'll go empty again here and have the quarterback under center.
So second down and about 12, and
yeah, it looks like we got an early start there.
Yeah.
For the Wolverines, and
that'll
kind of
push them back.
Memphis Cole, sophomore quarterback, and one of those situations. Again, when it rains, it pours, and now it'll be 2nd and 17. So penalties have not helped Maysville either tonight.
So again, trips on the far side. A couple receivers here on the near. Memphis Cole under center. He will get the snap, but right away, Ruger Johnson. That ball is
the ball
on the
came out.
ground. Maysville did recover, but wow.
Yeah, Caleb Meeks, sophomore lineman, able to get on. Another loss, though, and it'll be third and about 23 here. So this is one of those situations, Andrew, right? You're down here. You don't want to take chances with the ball if you're Maysville.
Yeah.
Your punter, Mac White, has punted well, and I know
it's true.
Sometimes that's not necessarily what you want to hang your hat on in a half of football, but you at least know you have that going for you. So maybe just run the ball.
That play
hope
clock
you can break
here
a tackle and then do something. And we get the third timeout and final timeout of the first half. 2:33 on the clock, Andrew, and we'll come back after this commercial break.
Bethany Building Center is your locally owned source for quality building supplies, lumber, hardware, plumbing, and electrical needs. Whether you're starting new construction, tackling a remodel, or putting up a pole barn or shed, our team is here to help. We're proud to carry a full line of steel power equipment, including trimmers, chainsaws, and pressure washers, as well as trusted power tools from top brands like Milwaukee and DeWalt. Bethany Building Center, everything for the builder and the do-it-yourselfer.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat here after the Wolverine timeout. 3rd and 25, what they have on the scoreboard. So we've kind of adjusted it here. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. South Harrison with that 41-0 lead. So South Harrison won't be able to get that 42 number, which has been their magic number.
Yep.
As there is not a 1-point play, and we'll see what the Wolverines come up with here. They'll say 2 tight ends and maybe just run the ball.
3rd down and forever. Cole dumps it off, and there we go. Some positive yards for the Maysville offense as he makes a little toss to Hogan.
Yeah, gain of 3 there.
Still will be 4th down, so you got to really expect a punt.
Yeah, 4th and 22. But at least that time, and again, Cole was pressured, able to get that off, and not quite a screen, but almost a little bubble screen out there. As Jet Cornett will drop back, awaiting this punt from White as the clock runs down under 2 minutes.
Good snap, Mac White. The punt, and he'll take another good roll. As Bulldogs will start around their own 41-yard line with 1:37 left in the first half.
Again, if you're a Maysville fan, not what you want, but Mac White has been the highlight of the Wolverines tonight with his punting. Made an athletic play on a bad snap, and then he's punted the ball well, and at least made South Harrison, when they haven't got the turnovers, have to go, 50, 60 yards.
Yeah.
In fact, the one time they had to go almost 80 on the white punt. And so see if the Wolverines can hold South Harrison out here with just a minute 37 on the clock.
So Cornett will line up from the gun on their own 41. 2 receivers on the far side. Cornett looking to pass. A little quick pass, incomplete.
Pass completed.
I think they will say.
Oh, did he complete it?
20.
That's Galloway. He did bobble it. He must have double caught it there.
Yeah. I thought it just fell right on the ground.
Part of the homecoming festivities.
It is homecoming night here as they make their announcements. They got their queen in her court down here on the track. As we come up on a minute to go, and South Harrison with the ball 2nd and 8.
So again, Cornett will line up in the gun. They'll have a little motion here on the outside from Galloway. Cornett can't find anything. He's going to throw it. Completed to Cale Taggart. Be a few yards short of that first down marker.
Taggart on that little drag route will set up a 3rd and 2 as South Harrison probably now just run out this clock with coming up on 30 seconds to go. We'll stay in the shotgun here and split 3 guys out to the left, though.
See if they keep passing it here. Cornett takes the snap. He is looking to pass. And he's going to get some pressure. He tries to avoid. Will run out of bounds. Clock keeps running, so that might be the last play of your first half. And it looks like it will be.
Yeah, so that will end the first half of play, and
that will be the end of the first half.
You're a Maysville Wolverine, you probably look forward to a little bit of a break here, Andrew, as they trail 41-0. We'll be back for the O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings halftime show after this commercial break. We'll step away, be back after this.
Tonight's game. Thank you, James Griffith Law Firm, for your continued support of our school and our athletes.
Make every room your favorite room with O'Neill's Home Furnishings in Bethany. From lazy boy recliners and stylish sectionals to bedroom sets and dining tables built to last, we bring comfort and style together. Plus, enjoy free delivery, setup, and takeaway within 60 miles. Financing is available, subject to credit approval. Visit o'neillshomefurnishings.com or call 660-425-7200. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6. O'Neill's, where great style meets everyday living.
Harrison County Community Hospital, your trusted hometown healthcare provider. We're here for you with a 24-hour emergency department, inpatient and outpatient care, and a full range of health services. Our primary care clinics in Bethany and Eagleville are here to meet your everyday health needs. And we're growing with you. Soon we'll open our brand new state-of-the-art hospital built to serve our community with even greater care right here at home. Our mission is simple: exceptional care for every patient, every day. Learn more at hcchospital.org.
At Petty John Auto Center, we put customers first, making car buying easy and stress-free with honest pricing and no hidden fees. Choose from 9 trusted brands of new cars: Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC, plus more than 250 quality pre-owned vehicles. Our service department is here to keep you on the road with confidence. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bethany, Albany, and Trenton, or browse our inventory anytime at pettyjohnauto.com.
This is your Bulldogs
in the dark here, but
high altitude.
Yeah, we're up here in a crow's nest on top, so our computer's been set behind us. But CF Rainey welcomes you in with Andrew Sweat here to the O'Neill's Home Furnishing Floor Coverings halftime show. And Andrew, it's been all South Harrison here as they've got that 41-0 lead, and it started. Maysville won the toss, and I'm sure again, right? They're a team that hasn't had great success on the season, got the 1 win over Milan.
Yeah.
You know South Harrison's a tough team. You think, hey, let's get the ball, see if we can't make something happen. And South Harrison ended up, I think, they lost like 11 yards on that drive. And so it just started to snowball from there. And, in fact, Maysville on the half, just one positive yardage play.
Yeah.
But let's talk about, first of all, let's talk about that South Harrison defense and what they've done up front against Maysville.
Yeah, Maysville, like you said, hasn't had any answers on the offensive or defensive side, but specifically on the offense, we really can't see what kind of plays they are running because the D-line is right up in Memphis Cole's face. Therefore, they can't really run any plays that they have. And we saw that scoop and score by Craig Coffey. That was a defensive score. And then, 2 turnovers just on the fumbling the snap. The exchange between the center and the quarterback. Obviously, Ruger Johnson recovered one of them. Joel McCall had the first one. So really just an outstanding performance by the South Harrison defense in the first half. They've led up past 3 weeks, 7 points, 8 points, 7 points, 0 so far in this one. So they've really been on top of their game these past few weeks.
And that's one of those, and you mentioned Memphis Cole, a sophomore. I believe his older brother was also a quarterback. Here, I think he started here and then ended up Milan when they
Malin Cole. Yep.
Yeah, when they went to Milan. And so Memphis Cole, it's been a tough night. He has got a couple passes off, but the pressure's been so bad he really wasn't close to connecting on those.
Yeah.
Connected on the one positive pass here, which was almost a little bubble screen in the back, and they were able to get some space. If you want to find some bright spots for the Wolverines, it'd probably be on special teams.
Punting.
Yeah, it's been Mac White has punted the ball well, and then Quentin Taylor has returned a few kicks.
Yeah.
Penalties have called the biggest one back, but their special teams has done something. But then, Andrew, you flip it, South Harrison offensively, they've missed on a couple passes, but there really hasn't been anything they haven't done well in this first half.
No, and they've been able to try a few different formations. We saw, I think it might have been their first or second drive. They're just doing that high-tempo, hurry-up offense, direct snaps to either Craig Coffey or Mason Galloway. And that worked really well. Everything they've tried tonight has really worked well. You couldn't ask for a better performance by the offense either. It kind of makes it difficult for us announcers because we can usually get to pick and choose. Like, here's where they could do a little better. But I mean, you couldn't ask for a better half from South Harrison. They're doing exactly what they need to each and every snap.
No, and again, we're here on Bulldog Sports TV, the O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Four Coverings halftime show. CF Rainey and Andrew Sweat as they're announcing the homecoming queen and her court. They came in convertibles. A bunch of Corvettes rode in early, and those have kind of been some of the highlights of the night for the Wolverine fans, Andrew, as on the football field, just nothing has went their way. We mentioned 3 turnovers, 2 on bobbled snaps. They weren't able to get the center quarterback exchange. That defensive tackles, hats off to Joel McCall and Ruger Johnson because they were looking and jumped on those. In fact, Joel McCall, I think, probably wrestled that ball away from Memphis Cole. But then defensively, South Harrison, they're playing man coverage, everyone up, knowing we're going to get pressure on Memphis Cole. And, again, a couple times, those 4 linemen for South Harrison, Ethan Smith, Nick Mars at the end spots, Joel McCall, Ruger Johnson inside, and then your outside linebackers. We've heard Gage Barclay's name called a number of times as well. Those 5 guys have just been pushing the line of scrimmage back. And, Andrew, again, going back to, and we've talked about it here, Andrew, your freshman year, South Harrison had a number of upperclassmen quit before the season started, so a bunch of freshmen were thrown in. And honestly, Andrew, I was in this press box just below where we're at right now, calling it for Can.
Yeah.
Watching you and my nephew Colin as freshmen trying to run against a very young, undersized line.
Yeah.
And when the line of scrimmage, when you get the ball in that line of scrimmage, instead of starting on the 20, it's starting on the 16, right? It's 4 yards back. It's really hard to get anything going.
Yeah, as soon as you get the handoff, you're on the ground. So, Coach for Maysville, Artravius Addison, there's not really much you can do in terms of just the pressure that South Harrison's getting on that O-line, except to maybe get a little bit creative. We've mentioned maybe some screen passes, some quick passes is their best chance of getting any kind of yards. I really just don't think the run game is going to work all that well. We mentioned Quentin Taylor. He's the little speedster. Maybe if they can get something to him, some kind of jet sweep type play. But I would probably expect a lot of what we saw in the first half here in the second half, as it's 41-0, and I believe it's a running clock in this second half if it's past 35 points. So we'll see how it plays out, but should be another strong half from South Harrison.
Yeah, again, here on the O'Neill's Home Furnishings Floor Coverings halftime show. We'll step away, hear from some of our sponsors, be back for more after this commercial break.
For 125 years, Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri has proudly served as your locally owned community bank. From convenient online banking and our easy-to-use mobile app, we're here to meet all of your financial needs. With 10 locations across northern Missouri and southern Iowa, you'll always find trusted service close to home. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, locally owned, locally trusted, banking Bethany can count on. Learn more at onlinefarmersbank.com. Member FDIC.
Craving authentic Mexican flavor? Come to El Nopal in Bethany, where every bite tastes like home. From sizzling fajitas and street-style tacos to refreshing margaritas, El Nopal brings the true taste of Mexico right to your table. And now we can bring the fiesta to you. Book the El Nopal food truck for birthdays, weddings, or any special event. Let us serve up tradition on wheels. El Nopal authentic Mexican food made with love.
Remember when filling up your car meant more than just pumping gas? At Bethany Fuel Depot, we're bringing that service back. We'll fill your tank, clean your windshield, and send you on your way with a smile, just like the good old days. Inside, you'll find a general store with vintage candy, nostalgic treats, and unique gifts. We're open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., with pumps available 24/7. Find us across from Petty John's, Bethany Fuel Depot, full service and full of charm.
All right, CF Rainey back here on the O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings halftime show. And we again apologize for our angle. The way our setup is, we're kind of out on a little ledge outside of the press box tonight, but we appreciate Maysville administration allowing us a place to be able to film from and broadcast from, as we're here on Bulldog Sports TV on both Facebook and YouTube. Appreciate everyone that's been watching. We always love to see your comments as well. And so South Harrison again with that 41-0 lead over the Wolverines from Maysville. When we take our next commercial break, I'll see if I can get online and find some of the other scores around the conference. But I do want to thank all of our sponsors and family sponsors. So we'll start with our business sponsors: O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings, Harrison County Community Hospital, Little Clara's Garden, Green Hills Insurance, Petty John Auto Center, Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, the Bethany Rotary Club, Bethany Building Center, United Country, Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, El Nopal Authentic Mexican Food, BTC Bank, Hidden Acres Cabins, Shelter Insurance, Shane Jones of Bethany, Bethany Fuel Depot, and the Body Shop 24-Hour Fitness Center. And so actually heard from another local business today, and I want to put this information up. So if you are a local business, and we are winding down our football, softball, volleyball seasons, but we will extend that into the postseason for any of those teams that go as much as we can, be able to extend that. And then we will start with our winter sports, basketball and wrestling. So if you're interested, you see our ads, and you'd like to be able to reach new potential customers and promote South Harrison Athletics, again, some of our information is up on the screen. It's always changing. We try to update it. But almost, and I'm sure now, as we've started this game, almost 125,000 total page views on Facebook, and that's just from the start of this year. So we really appreciate everyone that's been with us on Facebook. The big chunk of our audience is in Northwest Missouri, where your customers would be. Over 3,000 interactions with our content. And what that means is over 3,000 people liking, sharing, commenting on our content. We've got over 250 new followers just in the last few weeks. Then on YouTube, because we stream to both at the same time, on YouTube now, I'm sure over 1,800 total views and over 500 total hours of content watched. And so also what that means when you see that with YouTube, you know those hours of content means we have people that are watching throughout a game. And so we really appreciate all of our business sponsors and the way we're able to offer this for free on Facebook and YouTube, and able to get all of our equipment, our mobile internet, and all those things going is through our corporate sponsorship. So if you're interested, and again, I heard from Business Today, you can send me an email at cf.rainey@bulldogsportstv.com. We also have family sponsorships, and so a family sponsorship, we'll put that information up on the screen. $20 for the whole school year. Your family will be recognized on the screen during each game, and we'll actually look at those here in a minute. But you can Venmo us at Bulldog Sports TV. We've had a lot of people just come up at a ball game, softball or football game, or volleyball. I've had some people reach out when we were at volleyball the other night and give us that $20 so we can recognize those. And again, all that just helps us be able to cover our costs associated with our streaming. And so let's recognize our family sponsors here. Ryan and Mary Quinley, Randall and Barbara Axon, Daryl Quinley and Lois Kavanaugh, Grace Lawrence and Daniel Payne, Matt and Carrie Johnson, Thomas and Carlin Hudelmeyer, Jason and Vanessa Taggart, Pat and Candy Haffey, Jeff and Tiffany Botcher, Larry and Brenda Holmes, Eric and Kathy Sweat, as well as Dave and Pat Barnett, Aaron and Danielle Fitzpatrick, Jack and Kelsey McCall, Andrew and Shyla Calloway, Cephas and Ingrid Panamogan, Brandon and Ollie Pulse, Chris and Courtney Schoening, Brian and Krista Corbett, Patrick and Melissa Miller, Michael and Jess Estes, Paul Barone, Dick and Roberta Smith, Keith and Rhonda Deskin, Shirley McKinney, Eric and B.G. Coffey, Kel and Tori Watson, Michael and Shelby Burrows, Nate and Aaron Wagler, Robert and Rochelle Weller, Bill and Christy Clark, Justin and Wendy Johnson, Roy and Janet Plakemeyer, also Nick and Heather Fitzgerald, Charles Hoover, Maury and Barb Meadows, and Clint and Lindsay Meadows. Again, we'll put that information up if you would like to be a family sponsor. Just $20 per year. You can, if you Venmo, you can do that at Bulldog Sports TV. You can find us on Venmo. Also, we'll put this up real quick just with our contact information. If you have any questions about anything, obviously you can always send us a direct message on Facebook, but you can email me, cf.rainey@bulldogsportstv.com. And let me come back here real quick on the O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Covering halftime show. Let me check the clock here. And so we got about 5 minutes as homecoming festivities going on here in Maysville. And so we've talked about it. 41-0 is the South Harrison lead. And so I would assume, and I'll talk about it here in a little bit as our halftime show goes on, that probably see some subs for South Harrison with that 41-0 lead, and see if they can get the rest of some of their guys. And so South Harrison is, at this point, spoiling the Maysville homecoming. And if you're a Bulldogs fan, it's been a good night as their offense and defense have both been rolling. Appreciate, again, everyone that has been watching throughout the night. And we'll step away, be back for more after this commercial break.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank mascot debit card. For each swipe of your mascot debit card, BTC Bank donates 7.5 cents to the school represented on your card. It's a simple step you can take to have a big impact on your community at no cost to you. Stop by a branch today to get your mascot debit card and start making a difference immediately. Visit btcbank.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action, home and around the world. Come serve with at Rotary.org.
United Country Nelson Real Estate is your trusted place to go when looking to buy or sell. Licensed in 3 states, our team of experienced agents is ready to help you find exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a home in town, wide open farmland, hunting and recreational property, or that perfect piece of land to call your own. With United Country Nelson Real Estate, you get the best of both worlds. Personal hometown service backed by nationwide exposure. Find us online at nelsonsoldit.com, and remember, no one knows the country like we do.
It's time to crush your fitness goals at The Body Shop. Open 24 hours a day, this is your place to push harder, run faster, and get stronger. Hit the indoor track, pump it up with free weights and weight machines, or torch calories on our treadmills and ellipticals. Whatever your workout, we've got the gear. You bring the drive. The Body Shop, Bethany's 24/7 fitness center. No excuses, just results. Start your fitness journey today for a better tomorrow.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat back here as we're finishing up some of our halftime festivities. Maysville cheerleaders with a nice little pyramid out there. Hey, want to mention we've talked about last night, South Harrison played Trenton in volleyball, ended up losing that. First loss to Trenton in a while. But Bulldog Sports TV next week, we will be at I believe the volleyball game on Monday night, softball on Tuesday night, and then football be the final home game, depending on how districts shake out, Andrew.
True.
Brookfield next week will be a big game in the GRC, and so we'll have that. Want to mention any of our coaching interviews, as well as Sports Central, where Andrew and I do our live show on Wednesdays. You can go back through our Facebook or YouTube feeds and find all those. We try to get all of those uploaded, if they're not live, uploaded on both Facebook and YouTube as soon as we can. And so if you want to get a little more in-depth things, interview with Coach Schoening was on today. Yesterday we had an interview with Coach Aaron Fitzpatrick, South Harrison softball. Andrew, we talked about Wednesday. They had already won the conference because of another loss by Gallatin, but last night they went over to Unionville and get a win. So undefeated GRC conference champs. Big congratulations to Coach Aaron Fitzpatrick and his team, as they'll put that up on the banner in the gym, get a patch for all the girls on their letter jackets. And so volleyball continues. Football is on a roll after that loss in week 2 to Putnam County. And cheerleaders, we mentioned cheer. We have an interview with actually my daughter, Lucy Rainey, who's one of the cheer captains, and the other co-captain, Julie Flores. That's on our Facebook and YouTube channels. They went down to regionals in Liberty a week ago, last Saturday, and ended up placing 5th in regionals. So they'll move on to state, which will be, I think, the first weekend in November. So South Harrison, things rolling in all their sports and activities. So, Andrew, real quick, as the teams are getting ready to come back out and warm up, and we have a few more minutes here, if you're South Harrison, my assumption is we're going to see some subs and some different things. I doubt we see the ball. If the first team comes out that first drive, we probably won't see the ball in the air again. But if you're Coach Schoening, right, when everything works well, you always want to have something to work on. What do you think he talked about there at halftime?
Oh, yeah, knowing Chris Schoening, he's probably telling them don't get comfortable. Not necessarily that Maysville's going to come back and maybe win this game, but, you never want to go out there and just play kind of lazy 50%, knowing you already got the win in the bag because, you're going to face a lot of good teams the rest of this year. Obviously, we have Brookfield next week, and that's a big one. You don't want to start thinking about that too early. But obviously, you want to go out there at least for when the starters are in and put out a good showing. I agree. I'm sure we'll see some of the backups, JV guys coming in, maybe a later third quarter, fourth quarter, and kind of see what they can do. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Probably not going to see a lot of passing, but expect to see a lot of Cray Coffey, Mason Galloway, especially on this first drive, and maybe the one after that. But should be another good successful half for the Dogs.
Yeah, and so 41-0 lead. We'll see when the clock starts. I can't ever remember if it's just fourth quarter or if it's second half. And basketball and football have different rules with that running clock. To get a game over a little quicker when there's such a big point differential. And so I think probably also Coach Schoening and his coaching staff talking to some of those second teamers like, hey, we've got to shut out. We've played well. Right, trying to talk those guys up. Hey, when you come in, we don't want any letdown. We want to keep this shutout going. We want to keep it our momentum going here in this second half. Yeah,
absolutely. And, I've been in that position as a younger guy. Maybe I got in a little earlier than I needed to. But, it feels good to get out there and kind of have your time to shine in front of the big lights and the big crowd because, You know, you don't get that opportunity a lot when you're a freshman, sophomore. But you're probably going to be going up against these Maysville starters. A lot of them are seniors, so it's a good time to get out there and try to make a big play and, try to make a case for a starting position next year.
And so if you're the Wolverines, right, we mentioned their coach, Artravius Addison.
Yep.
Right, what? And you've been there. Again, your freshman year was a really difficult year for South Harrison just because of the lack of juniors and seniors on that team. What do you say to your team when you go in down like this 41-0 and really nothing has went right?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, don't give up. I know that sounds a little cliche at times, but it's true, you know. You can really tell when a team's out there and, you know, they have given up. Like, they don't care anymore. They don't want to be here. You just tell your players the exact opposite. You know, you're not always going to get to play football. This is a special game, special sport. Cherish every moment, even if we're down on the scoreboard. You just want to go out there and, play the best. Act like you actually want it. And, I think some good things could happen for them if they do have that mindset.
All right, thanks again for being here for the O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings halftime show. We'll go ahead and just switch over to our field camera and get ready for the kickoff here, Andrew. As the South Harrison again, let's get our quarter change. And South Harrison again with that 41-0 lead. And Andrew, the other bad thing here, if you are Maysville, is the fact that South Harrison started with, or South Harrison kicks off. So that means if you're the Wolverines, you're going to have to kick it off to South Harrison.
Yeah.
And maybe see, right, you have nothing to lose if you're Maysville. Honestly, if it's me, I come out an onside kick and just see if I can't get some momentum going, because what do you have to lose at this point, the way this game's gone so far?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a very good chance that could be the case because, if you do recover it, that's going to give you a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence coming down, and maybe you can put up a score. We will see what they do, though, as South Harrison is ready to return this. Looks like we got Cale Taggart out there and Mason Galloway return.
I think it's going to be Mac White, who's their punter, or also be their kickoff specialist.
Yeah, they are going to do the onside kick. It'll go 10 yards. I think South Harrison.
A bit of a scrum. We'll see.
Covered. Maysville thinks they have it.
They
do. So Maysville, just like that, will recover, and they'll have the football.
And South Harrison was not ready for it. And, again, that's one of those I would have almost expected, because you need something to get you started. And now for the first time all night, not only do they get a big play that sticks, but they've got great field position right here at midfield.
And we'll
see if they go for the juggler here, Andrew.
Yeah. See if they can get that snap down. I'm sure they took some snaps at halftime, center and quarterback. Going to hand it off to Hogan, and Hogan's going to be taken down by Cray Coffey.
Yeah, I think
Storms in there.
Gage Barclay in there as well. Coffey knifed his way through, and right back to negative plays here for the Wolverines as they lose 3, and it'll be 2nd and 13.
Yeah, Hogan was running hard there on the outside, but just no chance as Barclay got him wrapped up, and then Craig Coffey stormed through and finished him off there.
Yeah, Barclay did a good job from that outside linebacker spot, setting the edge.
Made him
split
turn
3 out to the right here.
So on 2nd down and long, Memphis Cole looking to throw. It looks like he had an open man. And it'll be completed. Number 13, Mac White. We've said his name a few times tonight, and big play for Maysville.
So gain of 21 there. And it's interesting, Andrew, what momentum can do. Just a little pep in their step now for Maysville that we didn't see any of that in the first half.
Yeah, I'm sure halftime, they could kind of take a breath, recollect a little bit, as Memphis Cole's going to toss it to Hogan here as he's hit pretty hard by the line of scrimmage. A little fight by a lineman and maybe Joe McCall there after the whistle.
By number 25, Ryan Hogan. No gain.
You like to see it, a little intensity, especially a game this lopsided.
And so 41-0 coming up.
Well, I guess there was a
We've run.
play recovered by South Harrison.
Oh, so there was a fumble out there.
Oh. Did South Harrison recover? I didn't quite see that.
They did, and so there goes all the momentum that Maysville had. That is their 4th turnover, Andrew, on the night. And when you're struggling offensively and defensively, you just can't turn the ball over. And South Harrison's going to come in, get our camera situated here. They're going to have everyone tight with Taggart split out to the left.
We saw a little bit of life in that Maysville offense there as they got a couple good plays, but South Harrison and Jet Cornett will take over. Hoover comes in motion. Cornett hands it off. Not a lot going there as they stop Mason Galloway for gets maybe a yard or two, 1 yard. Let's bring up second down.
Yeah, so that's the shortest gain. That's the shortest gain of the night for South Harrison. So Maysville comes out, big special teams play, then a couple big offensive plays.
Yeah.
Then the turnover, now trying to do something defensively that they haven't done so far, and that is stop South Harrison, keep them from scoring.
So second down and 9. Camden Eckerson comes in motion. Going to do a toss to the outside. He'll get the first down. I think that was Mason Galloway.
Yeah, that's a big play there by Galloway to move the chains. And I was just noticing over on that sideline over there, it looked like I think Carson Nibel, freshman, who's played some backup on both lines, looks like he's not dressed out. I did see him this week with something on his hand, so South Harrison holding him out tonight, and he'd be one of those subs that would come in.
First down and 10 for the Bulldogs. And good job by Maysville's defense at first, but Craig Coffey are able to get around the defenders. And again, there's a little scuffle there. It's like Ethan White or Ethan Smith.
Yeah, Smith and
number 72, Devin Cochran.
Yeah, and so that's one of those. And you notice Coach Chris Schoening, after that first down run, Coach Chris Schoening took Ethan Smith over to the sideline, and I think he's just like, look, we don't need that. We don't need a 15-yard flag. We're moving the ball. We've got a nice 41-0 lead. Let's keep our heads and make sure. And we saw it kind of after Maysville a couple plays, some extracurricular, and South Harrison coaching staff trying to make sure, at least on their side, they're able to squash it.
Yeah, with this big of a lead, you don't want to do anything stupid and risk anything. But here's a run on first down from Galloway.
And he got 11 or 12.
It will be a first down.
Yeah, it looks like he got 12. And so South Harrison kind of right back in that same motion here, Andrew. Just moving the ball at will and keeping those chains moving.
Yep, 6:30 remaining in the third quarter.
Check that, 29.
So Maysville will get a new lineman in, trying to keep people fresh. Looks like that's Cochran.
Yeah, it looks like he's maybe.
Freshman comes out, and South Harrison will come up. Get in that tight formation with Taggart split out to the right side of the formation.
Cornett tosses it to Galloway. Galloway is getting a block upfield, and Mason Galloway breaks free, and he's in to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And no flags on the field. And Galloway, something we kind of talked about that first week, Galloway showing great patience behind his blockers on that play and able to get into the end zone there, running behind that right side. We'll get our touchdown graphic up. And South Harrison continues to pour it on offensively.
Cornett missed one extra point tonight, or it would be potentially 49. Kick is up, and he puts it through, so that'll make it 48 to 0.
Oh, no, they're going to say it must have went to the left. Yeah, they'll say
so
it
hard
went
to tell.
wide left. Short goalpost here, so it's kind of hard to tell from our angle whether it went through or not. And, in fact, I think
they put up a
Gage
point.
Barclay was asking. I think they thought it was through, but not. So we'll go ahead and step away, be back for more after this commercial break.
Green Hills Insurance, LLC of Bethany is a locally owned and operated independent insurance agency providing coverage since 1996. They're licensed to operate in Missouri, Iowa, and Kansas, offering competitive rates with top carriers. They can insure a wide variety of risks, including home, farm, auto, boats, RVs, equipment, business owners, commercial buildings, bonds, and more. Located on the south side of the square in Bethany, stop by or give them a call at 660-425-7900. At Green Hills Insurance, if you need it insured, they've got you covered.
Is that where you get them?
All right, CF Rainey back here as 47-0 is the Bulldog lead over Maysville as the Bulldogs coming in to spoil homecoming.
A good 21-yard pass, but turned it over eventually. And here is Quentin Taylor, the speedster returner, going to be knocked out around the 35-yard line as this Maysville offense will come back out onto the field.
Yeah, that's one of those, right, we've seen it a couple times when we've talked about it. We really haven't seen, I'm trying to think, Taylor offensively. I know there have been a few times maybe he's carried it and just there hasn't been a whole lot of space.
Yeah.
If you run between the tackles, but he shows great explosiveness when he gets the ball there on those kickoffs, and see if the Wolverines can't build on that last offensive drive before the turnover. They'll come out in shotgun here, actually a little pistol set.
So Memphis Cole looking to pass, kind of turns his head a few ways. He's going to throw this one up. It looks like it's complete, but he's hit by Jet Cornett. I mean, the tackle is going to lose a couple.
Yeah, it's Mac White, but Jet Cornett was right there. In fact, that's one of those, Andrew, that pass traveled a long ways from the hash on this side all the way to almost the other sideline.
Yeah.
And that ball was in the air a long time.
A little rainbow throw.
Yeah, and in fact, Cornett probably did a good job playing the man instead of the ball, instead of trying to get the pick, and able to make the tackle for a loss.
So it'll be second down and 12.
Looks like they'll go pistol again with two wings.
Handoff up the middle. Stuffed. Gets maybe two.
Run up the middle.
And bring up third down.
They'll get the loss back, and it'll be third and about 10.5 here.
Third down.
And so again, Maysville, after a couple of positive plays here in the second half, continuing to struggle offensively. Now South Harrison, especially that defensive front. And really it's been those linemen on the front have made a lot of plays for South Harrison.
Yeah.
Just getting good penetration, and we'll see what the Wolverines do here.
So Memphis Cole in the gun, takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's going to fire this one deep, looking for his receiver, number 4, and it is caught. And he is gone. Maysville avoids the shutout. The good catch and score. It's number 4, Braden Watkins, the senior. And that'll give Maysville something to praise on the highlight reel on Monday morning.
Yeah, so the Wolverines get on the board. Looks like they'll go for 2 here, Andrew.
Yep. We're going to make the deficit a little bit less. So they'll hand it off to Hogan, but he's not going to get it.
Yeah, Joel McCall. Ruger Johnson got the initial penetration, then Joel McCall came from that other tackle spot to close it out. So 47-6 is where it'll stay. We'll step away, be back for more after this commercial break.
Hi, this is Rhonda from Little Clara's Garden. Bulldog fans, nothing says victory like the beauty of fresh flowers. Little Clara's Garden is your hometown flower shop, proudly supporting the South Harrison Bulldogs. From game day spirit bouquets, balloons, and gifts for every occasion, we've got the perfect gift to brighten your day. Stop by Little Clara's Garden, where every arrangement is made with love, just like our Bulldogs play with heart. Little Clara's Garden, growing community, one bouquet at a time.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat back here. Let me swing our camera around. As it's 47-6, get him the ball, and right, White, a bigger receiver, bigger bodied receiver, able to get away from the contact.
Here's the onside-ish kick, will be recovered by Jet Cornett.
39-yard line by number 7, Jet Cornett.
And here's the one thing, if you're watching, and I don't know if our camera picks it up, but if you see the South Harrison huddle, you notice one jersey is much wider than the rest of them, and that is that of number 7, Jet Cornett. And if you're a South Harrison offensive lineman, that is always your goal. My son Bo played offensive line for South Harrison. That's always your goal. Keep your quarterback clean, and they've done a good job of that tonight. His only run, he was untouched, able to get it into the end zone.
Absolutely good. Hats off to that O-line tonight as Cornett leads the team on the field for 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Craig Coffey going to get a 9-yard pickup on the 49.
Well, it is. They'll give him 10. The nose of the ball on the 50, and I think that's right where the chains were set. And so first down here, 47-6 lead. The clock continues to run at 2 minutes left in the third, and I'm sure this drive, this will be the last. We know we'll have a running clock there in the fourth quarter, so I'm sure this will be the last we see of any of the South Harrison starters out here.
Case Morgan in at fullback. Handoff to Brendan Hoover. He's going to get a solid pickup of about 8.
And that's one of those. I think maybe Hoover hit it hard, so it'll be 2nd and 2. I think if he popped that outside, he might have been able to get down near the end zone.
He's definitely got the speed. They're going to get the first down here.
They just keep moving the marker over there. We're right on the 50. Now we're right on the 40. The nose of the ball. So South Harrison twice, Andrew, and that's hard to do. Gained exactly 10 yards.
Yeah. Kudos to them. Minute left. 1st down and 10 from the Wolverine 40. Cornett takes the snap, hands it off. Strong runner Case Morgan explodes forward, gets about 8, we presume.
Yeah, we'll see. It looked like last time. They just kept moving it forward. And that's one of those. Case Morgan, he's a backup running back. He starts at linebacker, a backup running back, as South Harrison is getting some subs into the game here. As we see some new numbers. I see Micah Guernsey out there at the tight end spot. Morgan and Hoover will be the 2 running backs.
Cornett still in the game. Jet Cornett takes the snap, hands it off to Case Morgan. Strong run there as he will pick up the first down and a bit more as he's down the 25-yard line. Do have a couple score updates for you around the GRC. End of the third quarter, Putnam County is beating Polo 28-14. And then Gallatin and Brookfield are tied 12-12 with 11 left in the third.
Okay, and that was that other game, Andrew. As we get to the end of the third quarter, South Harrison 47-6, but that Gallatin-Brookfield game, that was the other game we looked at as the two teams kind of right there with us, right behind Putnam, to see what that would be, and a good game there. So it'll be interesting to go back and watch some footage of that one on film. We'll step away, be back after this commercial break.
Hi, this is Rhonda from Little Clara's Garden. Bulldog fans, nothing says victory like the beauty of fresh flowers. Little Clara's Garden is your hometown flower shop, proudly supporting the South Harrison Bulldogs. From game day spirit bouquets, balloons, and gifts for every occasion, we've got the perfect gift to brighten your day. Stop by Little Clara's Garden, where every arrangement is made with love, just like our Bulldogs play with heart. Little Claria's Garden, growing community, one bouquet at a time.
Really, you can.
All right, see if Rainey Andrew Sweat back here. South Harrison, let's see if we can get that quarter switched. We'll get it to the fourth quarter there on your screen. 47-6, South Harrison lead, and Andrew, we saw some subs come in there at the end, and it looks like I think almost completely subs here now for South Harrison. So this will be one you and I may have to get onto our program.
Yeah, a lot of new names here. First down. Ball is loose, and Maysville has recovered. So not a great first snap.
No, that
the JV
was
squad.
Cameron Pitzenbarger in their quarterback, and we haven't mentioned tonight, but Jet Cornett was not the initial starting quarterback that South Harrison thought this summer would be there. It was Bryson Quinley, who had a hand injury, then broke a collarbone. And then Cruz Stewart at the Jamboree and early in the season was the backup, and he hurt a hand, so he's been out. And so South Harrison going through quarterbacks, and Pitzenbarger, he was high there on that handoff, and ball got loose, and Maysville did a good job of covering it up.
Memphis Cole, the quarterback for Maysville, back onto the field, looking to pass here on 1st and 10. He's going to launch this one deep down the field. Incomplete as Cale Taggart was on the coverage. 2nd down.
There's a penalty right at the snap, so maybe South Harrison lined up offsides. It's or procedure. We'll wait and see the call because it was thrown right at. I thought it was a flag.
Timeout, Maysville. As far as I know.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
And so they're going to mark the ball, so 2nd and 10. We'll go ahead and keep it here, Andrew. So 47-6, South Harrison does have mainly their starting defense out there, and I think part of that is, well, here they go. It was getting that next group ready because when you're making switches, you want to make sure you get it. And it looks like the Wolverines are going to do the same thing. And so that timeout for Maysville gave them a chance to get a JV offense, backup offense ready, and then South Harrison, right, it becomes one of those, right, as coaches, you want to kind of match things. Even though you have the big lead, you want this clock to run, and so you don't want to give up anything if you don't have to.
Yeah.
So now we'll see a number of backups for both teams out here as Maysville waiting for one more player to come out, and that'll be freshman Sawyer Tracy, and we'll get the play called, and we'll go ahead and push the play clock up to give the offense time to come out, and they'll come right onto the line of scrimmage here. And this is where sometimes you'll see some procedural things, as it looks like Raiden Caldwell, freshman, will be in at quarterback.
So Caldwell under the center. He'll take the snap, but looks like that D-line stormed in there and took him down.
Yeah, that was one of those, I think, and again, you get young guys in and you're coming in off the bench. It's not like a JV game where you're
kind of warmed up already
and going over plays and everything. I mean, you're in pregame, you're standing in the line watching the varsity run plays, and you're talking to your friends about the homecoming dance and what you had for lunch, and then you get thrown into it a little bit. And I think he wanted to hand that one off. They do lose one. And so 3rd and 11, we'll see what the Wolverines are able to do here.
Takes a minute to get in the rhythm. So Caldwell will be in the shotgun this time. High snap, but he gets it, and he's going to run down past the 35.
Quarterback number 22, Rainey Caldwell.
So good play by Caldwell. They got positive yards. It's
7 yards, 4th down.
Been a pretty uncommon theme tonight for the Maysville offense.
Yeah, so that was Braxton Tracy, a freshman on the stop. And after a gain of about 8 to bring up 4th and 4. Always great to see, right? Braxton Tracy, I think, playing that outside linebacker spot out here, or defensive end spot here on the edge. Right, he was excited after making that tackle, even though it was a gain, because you get out here on a Friday night, you don't get to do that a lot as a young guy.
Oh, there's a high snap. Caldwell just needs a fall on it, and he will. So that'll push him back a decent amount, nearly 9 yards.
Yeah, and so that's 4 down, so it'll be turnover on downs, and South Harrison takes over in plus territory here on the Wolverine 22. And again, we'll see if South Harrison maybe can't settle down offensively as Pissenbarger looks over the sideline. This clock will run. 8.5 to go here in the 4th. South Harrison with that 47-6 lead. We appreciate everyone that's still watching as the Bulldogs down here at Maysville on homecoming night.
8:20 left the 4th quarter. Pittensbarger going to hand it off to Case Morgan. They're having a hard time bringing him down. Solid pickup.
Yeah, and he's a sophomore we mentioned. He's come in. He didn't start defensively that first game, but I think since the Milan game, he's been out there defensively at one of the inside linebacker spots. He comes in fresh legs because he hasn't been playing a lot of offense, but he's a kid, strong, young sophomore, runs hard. He'll check out, and we'll see.
And he's a guy, he'll only be, getting better and better each year. He still has 2 years left of eligibility here on this Bulldogs team, and he'll probably be an offensive starter next year as they're going to hand this one off to Brendan Hoover, the speedster on the far side there. It will get the first down around near the 5-yard line, maybe the 6.
Yeah, and that time, right, you bring in Hoover, who's kind of an or starter on offense. He plays that wing position, but he's a guy that was injured to start the season, so hasn't seen a lot of carries. So I think probably a good time to work him in here for South Harrison, as we got a 6-7 reference from the public address announcer that got all the students' attention. They'll give it to Hoover again.
Yeah, and this time he's in. Brendan Hoover, touchdown, South Harrison. As they've, I can't remember how many points did we score week 1 against Milan. Was it 55? I might remember that incorrectly.
Oh, in the first game?
First game.
I think it's 48.
Was it 48? So
I think so. I don't think they got to the 50 mark.
Yeah, most points of the year so far for South Harrison.
So Cornett will come on. He's going to have to run and get his helmet. He's still on the sideline getting a drink of water. So South Harrison, we'll see what they're going to do here.
Not sure.
they're going to get a kick in. They'll get a tee as Cornett will stay on the sideline, and out there it'll be Leon Jinks.
All right. We're not sure. I guess he might have kicked before. Oh, that one will be blocked, it looks like.
Yeah, I think a hand got on it.
Still thought it almost went in, but that'll make your score 53 to 6 with 6:45 remaining in the 4th quarter.
All right. We'll hear from another one of our sponsors. Be back after this.
Bethany Building Center is your locally owned source for quality building supplies, lumber, hardware, plumbing, and electrical needs. Whether you're starting new construction, tackling a remodel, or putting up a pole barn or shed, our team is here to help. We're proud to carry a full line of steel power equipment, including trimmers, chainsaws, and pressure washers, as well as trusted power tools from top brands like Milwaukee and DeWalt. Bethany Building Center, everything for the builder and the do-it-yourselfer.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat back here in Maysville, Missouri. Homecoming night for the Wolverines, but it hasn't been a fun homecoming night as the South Harrison leads 53 to 6. And Andrew, it's really, other than the onside kick right? We were trying to find something positive in the first half with a few of the punts and a couple of kick returns, but the onside kick recovery and then a big pass play were the positives for Maysville, but then they fumbled, and then they were able to get a touchdown pass to Mac White and at least get on the scoreboard here tonight.
Kicking off number 42.
So Leon Jinks, who just attempted the extra point, will be the kicker from now on, and he'll have a nice line drive kick here. Can't quite see who picked it up. I think it's Hogan with the return there, as he's thrown down pretty hard there by number 44.
Yeah, Braxton Tracy. He was in on a tackle earlier on the quarterback run, and that was a good tackle by Tracy. Again, you've got these younger players out there because there was an alley for the returner, and so decent field position here out to the 34, but coming up on 6 minutes in this rolling clock to go, Andrew.
We'll see if the younger guys for Maysville can potentially put up a score. As Raiden Caldwell will take the snap, he'll hand it off. Gets maybe a half a yard. As running back number 12, Porter Simmons.
Yeah, so it gets a yard. Again, mentioned one of the usual linemen for South Harrison, this second group, Big Carson Nibel, not dressed out tonight. They do have Aiden Miller on the inside, one of the bigger young linemen.
Oh, and the Bulldogs D-line will jump on that one.
Yeah, it looks like we got another quarterback there because we had 22, and now it's number 11, Sawyer Tracy. And so I think that's only the second penalty on South Harrison tonight, Andrew.
Yeah, pretty clean night for the Bulldogs, penalty-wise.
Yeah, set up 2nd and 4, and they'll go under center and split 2 out to the top.
Looks like almost jumped again. Didn't quite go over the ball there. And there's a flag.
Game. Yeah, they almost, again, got South Harrison to move, which would have given them a first down. And so we'll trade 5-yard penalties here, Andrew, and we'll go 5 one way, go 5 the other way. But this clock continues to run here.
Stopped it there for a little bit, but
with 4.5 to go in the ball game, and South Harrison get that 53-6 lead.
It's number 11, Sawyer Tracy, and at quarterback, he's just going to throw that one up. It was a forward pass, though, incomplete.
that came out, and I'm like,
yeah.
and it was.
He just wanted no part of that.
Looks like it was Braxton Tracy, a couple other players in there for South Harrison with pressure, and the officials called it incomplete. I wasn't sure if it just squirted out, but he's like, look, and they'll switch quarterbacks again.
Yeah, Caldwell back in.
And Caldwell, number 22.
He'll hand it off, and a stout hit. Didn't quite see who that was. That was Brendan Hoover.
Yeah, Hoover.
The big hit on
That
number
looked like Simmons was
14.
had a lane, and he came to an abrupt stop, Andrew.
Yeah.
So 4th and long here, and we assume, again, with the score and your second string in there, that they'll go ahead and go for it here. Well, referee will call time out, official timeout, and we'll see. I'm not sure what we're doing here.
Yeah. Clock's still running, but it is a running clock, so.
I think technically it should have stopped, but we'll go ahead and run it. I don't think anyone's going.
No. Both sides are probably all right with that.
Yeah, he looked and saw it. He wound it. He's like, he wants to get home too at this point. So we'll do 4th and 9 here. I'm not sure where they lost the yard. It was 3rd and 8.
High snap again, but Caldwell running for his life back there as he's sacked.
Sacked by number 44.
Number 44, Tracy, once again.
He's had a nice game out there.
He is.
Defensively, I think that's his third tackle after coming in.
Number 44, that was my number back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, bit of 44 magic.
Always interesting when you see kids wearing your number or a number you knew. And right, you've been around long enough around South Harrison. There are certain numbers that just have certain connotations.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when you and my nephew left, and who's the next kid that's going to wear 4 and 44. Sometimes it's nice to pass those numbers down if you can to a family member, and South Harrison will come out here in a shotgun.
High snap, bouncing around, but quarterback Eckerson will take off with it, and there's going to be a flag.
And I think that was Pitsenbarger again.
Excuse me, Pitsenbarger.
We'll check the flag. That is what, Andrew, in the business we call a fortuitous bounce. when it bounces directly off the ground and back to you like a basketball.
Yeah, dribbling out there.
Now, the one thing that does stop the clock is it's going to be a face mask versus Maysville. One thing that does stop the clock is a penalty. So, minute and a half to go. So we're nearing the end here as South Harrison will run a couple new players in. The ball will move down to the 11. It'll be 1st and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. So South Harrison can get a first down if they're able to.
See if the Dogs can't put up one more score here tonight, as that ball was on the ground but picked up. So a little bit of rustiness here by the JV offense, but that's to be expected.
And that was Eckerson.
Run by number 4, Camden Eckerson.
So Camden Eckerson, a guy that plays that wing and doesn't carry the ball a ton, but does a whole lot of blocking out there. And so he's an important part of this offense with that first group.
At the 5-yard line.
I'm not sure. There we go. The clock's going to run. We're coming up under a minute.
On the 5-yard line.
See if South Harrison can push another one in or what they do here with their second string.
Maybe put up 60 points. We'll see. Hand this one off to Case Morgan. He's going to be stopped short. Gets maybe 3 on the carry.
So
another run up the middle by the Bulldogs.
We'll see South Harrison. They'll get the play in. Pitsenbarger will go get it, and South Harrison at this point.
Third down.
This might be the last play. We'll see here. 20 seconds left.
Technically have to run it. It's really close here.
Let's see if they just let it roll. I might go ahead and run it.
We'll see if they snap it or not.
3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and
they don't.
And that'll be the end of the ball.
Good sportsmanship there by the
good
Bulldogs.
job by South Harrison.
Yeah, they'll make your score 53-6. Absolute dominant performance by the Bulldogs tonight. Spoiled Maysville's homecoming, and that'll make the Bulldogs record 5-1, and Maysville will be 1-5.
All right, we'll step away. Be back for the Green Hills Insurance postgame show after this short commercial break.
Make every room your favorite room with O'Neill's Home Furnishings in Bethany. From lazy boy recliners and stylish sectionals to bedroom sets and dining tables built to last, we bring comfort and style together. Plus, enjoy free delivery, setup, and takeaway within 60 miles. Financing is available, subject to credit approval. Visit o'neillshomefurnishings.com or call 660-425-7200. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 6. O'Neill's, where great style meets everyday living.
Harrison County Community Hospital, your trusted hometown healthcare provider. We're here for you with a 24-hour emergency department, inpatient and outpatient care, and a full range of health services. Our primary care clinics in Bethany and Eagleville are here to meet your everyday health needs. And we're growing with you. Soon we'll open our brand new state-of-the-art hospital built to serve our community with even greater care right here at home. Our mission is simple: exceptional care for every patient, every day. Learn more at hcchospital.org.
All right, CF Rainey Andrew Sweat back here in Maysville on the Green Hills Insurance Post. But they had the big lead, a touchdown pass to Mac White. But other than that, I mean, Maysville only had, when the starters were out there, 3 or 4 positive yard plays on the night. And so it was all South Harrison on both sides. Hats off to the coaching staff having a team prepared, because sometimes you come in, a team doesn't have a great record. It's easy to overlook a team like that. They did not do that tonight. And, again, spoiled homecoming here for the Wolverines at Maysville. And not much else you can say about it. Just a great overall night by South Harrison.
Enough said. Yeah, South Harrison played their butts off tonight, 53-6. Most points scored this year. Looking forward to Brookfield next week. I mean, that's going to be a tough one. I looked at the score right now. I think Brookfield's up 15-12 late in the third against Gallatin right now, so that'll be a literal dogfight. But, yeah, we'll have them next week on senior night. Big game for South Harrison, and you're coming in on a winning streak. So definitely looking forward to that one. Couldn't ask for a better night from these boys. They played their tails off and came out with the victory.
No, and since that Putnam loss, right, if you were to toss that out, big win over Milan, and since that Putnam loss, have scored at least 40 points every single game and only gave up 1 score each game. So not just offensively but defensively, so both sides of the ball. Special teams playing pretty well. Did give up the onside kick tonight, but that one didn't end up hurting them. And so South Harrison just continues to roll. And, again, here on the Green Hills Insurance postgame show. I want to take a moment as we'll get ready to head back to Bethany tonight. Appreciate Andrew being with me, everyone that has watched. Thank our sponsors again, O'Neill's Home Furnishings and Floor Coverings, Harrison County Community Hospital, Green Hills Insurance, Little Claire's Garden, Petty John Auto Center, Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, the Bethany Rotary Club, Bethany Building Center, United Country Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, El Nopal Authentic Mexican Food, BTC Bank, Hidden Acres Cabin, Shelter Insurance, Shane Jones of Bethany, Bethany Fuel Depot, and the Body Shop 24-hour fitness center. So we'll come back just briefly here. Let me get to the right camera. And so, Andrew, hats off to South Harrison. If you're Maysville, right, a team, they've just got 1 win. At least you got something positive. You got a score in there, something to build on going in. Some younger players got a chance to play there at the end. And just on Bulldog Sports TV, we'll go ahead and sign off. We'll be back next week. Volleyball, I believe, on Monday night. Tuesday night softball, and then next Friday, Andrew will be with me as we have senior night.